Hello and welcome to episode 223 of Comedians Interviewing Musicians. My name is Becky Joe. This is my beautiful co-host Kim Stacey.
Hello.
Hello. For our audience listeners, she is not a Muppet. Actually,
debatable.
Half Muppet.
Yeah.
Your mother had a questionable past.
It's my father.
It's fair. We would like to thank all of y'all for joining us this evening, and thanks again to being a supporter of the pod. If you're new here, you can go on and subscribe to any one of our platforms. You've got YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Twitch, or literally anywhere you can listen to podcasts. You can find us at Comedians Interviewing Musicians. Tell your friends. Austin music is worth the hubbub, so please head on over to all of our subscribable content. I'm sure there'll be links in the bio because that's how social media works, and we're all gluttonous assholes. So that's that means we are here and joined with one of the most talented, and we were talking about it just before we got on the podcast. I think you're literally in the 5 Timers Club member by now, but this is Brian Wolff, everybody.
Yay!
Yeah. So happy to be here.
Yay.
Dude, thank you so
happy
much.
to have you.
Yeah, every time we have such a good time, like it's
the best.
Yeah, I think the first time you were on the show, Kim wasn't here, but then the second time you were on, and every time since then, it's always been Kim, and I just love that we get to keep getting to see different chunks of your career.
Oh, it's so nice to be back and just to kind of keep in touch with you guys, and yeah, it's been great to keep coming back. This is awesome.
It's my favorite. I was watching all of our past recordings, and it's like we are some ham bones, and I love it. We're just so
it's
good
fantastic
together. It's my favorite.
It's fantastic.
Amen. I mean, like, truly, we always have a really good time chilling with you. I get so for the people who are maybe familiar with our podcast and have heard you on the show several times, but maybe for those of new listeners, could you briefly reintroduce yourself to our audience?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm Brian, local Austin singer-songwriter, play rock music. I'm from upstate New York originally, and moved down here about 11 years ago now, which is insane to think about. But yeah, just been rocking the music scene here for a while now, and it's great. It's my home, for sure.
11 years, my goodness.
Yeah.
And you've like definitely accomplished a lot, I would say. You're like your music career, I don't know, I'm a super fan, so like I do music all the time. I'm a big
also
fan.
I feel like 11 do you remember when you were like a teenager and someone would be like, and we've been together for 10 months, and then someone would be like, yeah, you could have had a baby in that time. Can you imagine if you were 13 trying to explain how long Brian's been in Austin? He could have had 10 babies by now. That's crazy.
Why?
At least, yeah.
Whoa.
And you could have.
I mean, you technically have made a lot of albums and made a lot of beautiful music projects and participated in a lot of incredible community work. You technically have had a lot of babies in the city.
Babies.
My songs are my babies.
Oh.
Exactly. Babe.
Babe, pig in the city.
Babe
No.
in the city.
No babies. Don't you put that curse on me.
Well, you know what, everybody, just so we're all, this is the public service announcement. Brian Wolff is ready for babies.
No.
Everyone,
No.
in case you were wondering.
This turned.
You know, actually, I'm being possessed by Brian's like pushing aunt at the moment.
Brian, when am I great aunt? When am I going to be a great aunt?
Brian has a lot of babies in the city. Chris, our producer was in our God ear telling us not to do this. And he's the one commenting on Facebook, Brian had a lot of babies in the city, like it's TMZ.
Listen, no comment.
Yeah, no comment. I plead the fifth. I would just like to remind people before we're going to hop into the first song and then come back and do a little schmegment with Kim. But before we do that, I'd like to remind everybody that there is a running ticker at the bottom for Mr. Brian Wolff. Please produce that. If you want to support us, you go to all of our socials, Facebook, YouTube. We have Twitch, Instagram. Chris feeding me social media, like, tell me you're over 30. I've forgotten all of the buttons.
There's
buttons.
so many buttons.
Non-plus.
So many buttons.
We're on
But
most
it's-
of the buttons.
Yeah. So please click on most of the buttons. Look
Click on
up
our buttons.
Music Firsthand or Comedians Interviewing Musicians or CIMP on most of the platforms. You will be able to find us, but you also can peruse the ticker at the bottom of the screen to find Brian. This is the first song from Brian Wolff. How was this evening? But we are going to listen to 4 more during this episode. And if you want to stick around, our bonus content, behind the scene content, we're going to film 2 extra questions and 1 song at the end of this episode. So please do go onto those socials to subscribe and like and follow us so you can see the bonus content from Brian at the end of this episode.
Lovely.
But here is our first song from Brian Wolff, Knuckle Crack. ASMR. Oh, that was so pathetic. It was just like a single.
You get
Damn
it
it.
next time.
Kind of
Yeah,
like
it's all
me
good.
getting off the couch.
Next time, I'll just be over here typing vigorously and give myself minor arthritis so I can do a solid
Perfect.
8-finger pop. But here is Brian Wolff with the first song. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, please enjoy.
All right, this one's called Lean In. You can say a lot by saying a little. It's all I wanna do most times. All this talking feels like a riddle. Reality hides between the lines. I just want you to lean in. I don't wanna talk so loud. I just want you to lean in. So loud and crowded here tonight, and I'm up here fighting the good fight. But I don't wanna raise my voice, it always feels so wrong. And I don't wanna scream the lyrics unless you wanna scream along. I just want you to lean in. I don't wanna sing so loud. I just want you to lean in. I just want you to lean in. I don't wanna sing so loud. I just want you to lean in. Swear I've seen you here before. What made you walk on through the door? 'Cause there's a million faces in this town, but none I'd rather see around. I know you're getting all the eyes, but I don't wanna stand in your line. 'Cause you're just like a lighthouse spinning, and everyone's crashing on your shore. But I gotta get in your light somehow before you walk back out the door. Then I want you to lean in. I don't wanna try so hard. I just want you to lean in. I just want you to lean in. I don't wanna try so hard. I just want you to lean in. Lean in.
Well, howdy, frickin' doodle, and welcome back to Comedians Interviewing Musicians. And this is Kim. I'm BJ, and we are joined by the lovely and talented Brian Wolff. Thanks again so much for being a part of the show, Brian. As per usual, you are the best, and we so greatly appreciate you.
Of course, so happy to be here with you, for sure.
He's like, get that, please. I do have one question before we start. So are you like, what's behind you on the wall for the audio listeners? Like, what are we looking at in your space?
Oh yeah.
Do you know Rick Steinberg? He's a local artist. Yeah, he painted those two up here.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
And that's a little living room concert I went to see Page of the Lion at. They made like a little poster, and I got one of them. And then way up top we got the Who smashing stuff. I just I love looking at that every morning because I feel like that's the kind of attitude. Like there's something about like rock and roll and like smashing things that like I don't want to lose sight of that aspect of making music. Like there's something about that energy and that like that aggression.
Yeah.
Like no matter what I'm doing, like I want to have like some element of that. So that's just a good like reminder, and like also just like life. Sometimes you just gotta smash your amp. I don't know. And then of course we got Springsteen down here, and then a bunch of hats on the wall and stuff.
Nice.
Because no one ever really grows out of throwing hats on the wall.
Yo, yeah.
I have hats on my wall. It is a thing.
It's a great thing.
I never wear hats. We have 40 fucking hats in this house. I couldn't tell you why.
I think they make good wall decor, honestly.
Yeah. It's like, don't touch anything. Also, the cat loves to fuck with them too. That's fair. Okay, Kimberly, sorry. This is your segment. This is Kim's smoke and stock moment.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Take it away, darling.
Thank you. So we were kind of talking about it earlier, but the three of us have been doing some shows and like seeing each other like around town and have gotten closer. And when I was watching the old podcast, we are so silly and we're just all goofballs together. We had the question where I asked you if you were a board game, like what would your board game look like? And it was all about breakfast. It sent me. I was laughing so hard. Becky Jo almost did a spit take. It was great. I wanted to know, would you ever consider making a comedy album, like a full-on comedy album?
Oh, I've never really thought about that. No. It's interesting. I think like when I try to be funny, it goes bad, like when we're just riffing, I can probably pull it off, but like the whole like writing comedy just sounds really, really hard.
But like what if you did like with music?
Yeah. It's funny, like it's like I hope you stay on the first EP has become sort of like a funny song, but I didn't really write it from like a trying to be funny place. I was just like telling the story of like what it's like to play music, but I think I'm just so blunt about it that people think it's really funny, but it's like
absolutely. And like I think that's great if just you putting your experiences, especially as a musician in Austin, but putting those experiences to funny songs, like, and you do have a lot of humor in most of your songs, even when it's not just like all about that. Like there's some funny parts and like funny little lines that will get you to giggle and like think about and go, oh my gosh. But I feel like you're so creative and you're so naturally funny. I would love to hear like at least a music comedy EP.
That'd be awesome. I'd love to do it. I don't know. Maybe that'll happen. I don't know. We'll say maybe.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah,
let's put it out
we'll
there.
Say maybe for right now.
Cool. I like that.
I'm definitely building enough like weird show experiences and stuff to like be able to write more songs like Hope You Stay and like
Yeah.
I'm just out there a lot. There's weirdos out there and they just make for memorable nights.
Bless them. Thank them. Yeah. Thank you for the content. Thank you.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah. All right. So when I don't know if you do this too, when you do research, like sometimes where I'll go and like read the bios and things, I'll have some kind of movie or something in the background. And mine are usually action movies. And I just started watching all of the Expendables. Okay, so have you ever seen them?
No, I don't think so. I don't
Okay,
think so.
with Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham.
Oh, it's the old man
yes,
floaty movie.
yes,
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's in it. Like, and each movie is literally a rinse and repeat. It's the same formula and everything. It's just new, older action heroes / let's sprinkle in some hot ones.
Yeah, it's Ocean's 11 meets Mission Impossible with a bit of Cocoon.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, it is, the explosions are great. The fight scenes are incredible. I mean, like, Jet Li's in it and Wesley Snipes is in the start. Like, it's great. And the action heroes are amazing. But the script is so trash.
That's weird.
The writing is absolutely horrendous.
Is it like fun bad? Like, is
one
it
of
so
Jason
bad it's
Statham's
fun?
lines, one of his like catchphrases when they blow something up goes, "That's a statement."
Boy.
Girl, shut the.
Huh?
Yeah.
So I wanted to know if you can think of like a popular song that maybe has an incredible beat to it or is sung really well, or produced, but has just not so great lyrics.
Oh boy. Thinking off the top of my head here. I mean, I would say Yellow Ledbetter, but I like by Pearl Jam, but that's just because I can't understand any of the words, so it just sounds, like.
That's also true.
I love this. I love the sound of the song, though.
Yeah.
But what the hell's he talking about? I don't know.
That's true.
But I don't know. Are those bad lyrics? I'm not sure. Yeah, because I
It's
just
true.
don't know.
We'll
I
never
don't know.
we'll never
Yeah.
know. But
Yeah.
honestly, it's kind of like the Expendables, because sometimes I don't know what Sylvester Stallone is saying, what Arnold's saying.
Neither one of them know.
No, they're just there and they're doing a great job. I love it. I'm here for it.
No, I definitely
this-
know there's an answer to this question. I know
There's
there's
tons of songs like that.
I asked
I
asked a friend this, and he goes, "Okay, have you listened to the new Fall Out Boy? Like, it's not really a cover, but it's more so like a redoing of We Didn't Start the Fire.
Oh,
It's like an
Jesus
updated
Christ,
version.
no.
I still haven't listened to it yet.
No,
But he's like,
what's her name?
it's got 9/11 in there. Like, it's got a lot of stuff.
When Camila Cabello covered "I'll Be Home for Christmas," she was like, "I'll be home for Christmas."
That's
What was that noise? What was
It's a pretty good Gwen Stefani impression.
You know what's like really, really weird about that you brought up that song is because in high school I tried out for the talent show my senior year by rewriting "We Didn't Start the Fire" to be about our senior class and like weird stuff that happened. And I didn't make the talent show. I never made the talent show. They were like, nope. But I did, me and my buddies had that idea. Shout out to Danny Whitbeck, Joe Hogan. Who else was involved? AJ Rao, I think, was involved. It was great. We had a great time. But it was a big no. And then you know what? The class president, when he gave his speech at the graduation, you know what his speech was? After saying no to our act.
Don't you dare.
Did he take
rewriting "We Didn't Start the Fire" to be about our senior class? Yeah, he just totally jacked that idea. So
who is this person?
Yeah,
What is their name? Say it out loud.
Yeah.
I bet his name is Brandon.
His name is
Okay, Pearl Jam.
His name is "I'll Be Home for Quidmas." Coming for your ass.
Jason Statham character. Jason Statham.
He knows who he is.
That
He's-
character. His
Yeah.
last name is Christmas.
It's
And they
really
call him Christmas.
Lloyd Christmas.
wow.
Lee.
Lee?
He did not do it that
The
close.
names are awful. Bruce Willis, church.
Oh boy.
And the first time we see him, we meet him in a church. It's
I thought you were gonna say a brothel.
no.
Church. You meet him in a synagogue. What? No.
Welcome. Brrr. That's like the whole thing. That's
so
what
bad.
it is. It's so bad. You all should watch it. Anyway, the fourth one just came out. It's so
Let's get to that right
excited.
now.
It's
Let's just do that
awful.
now.
Go see it.
Listen, I'm still watching the third one, and it's funnier.
I'll put
It's
it on the
funnier.
screen right here so we can kind of watch. No.
Just go skip all the first two. Go straight to the third one. You'll understand what's going on.
But
But
plot, not important.
Not
Antonio
important.
Banderas,
Oh, you could
Yeah.
he
you
is
could have led
so
with that.
funny.
You could have led with
He's
that.
funny.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. I forget that. Like he's
Really.
in Puss in Boots. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen the new Arnold thing, Fubar, on Netflix?
Yeah.
Ooh boy, it's so
Is it
dumb. It's amazing.
Is it
I love
cheese
it so
pasta?
much.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so good.
okay? I'll watch
Yeah, I
it.
love it very much. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a
great.
what a
It's exactly what you want it to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that. Oh, I just watched. I'll go to my last question in a second, but I just watched The Meg 2.
Ooh, okay. I saw an ad for that.
Oh my god, it's so bad. It's
Yes.
great. The first one was better because the second one, the CGI.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think they spent most of their budget on
Tara Reid.
Jason.
Oh, that's Sharknado.
Yeah, no one needs Tara Reid in this one, but it was good. And I forget the actor's name, but there was so much more martial arts in it, and it just makes it so much more fun.
They were
I know.
karate chopping sharks.
I'm telling you, get ready.
Wow.
It is.
Okay.
It's kind of. It's getting
Dun,
close.
dun, dun.
Yeah, it's getting close to Sharknado, actually,
Okay.
I'd be here
Yeah.
for that.
because the opening.
Do the sharks?
You're
also
like,
know martial
oh,
arts?
we get to look forward to this now. Like it's just a very blunt in your face. It's great.
Yep. Into
Tell me
it.
they teach the sharks martial arts.
No, but they do teach the shark stuff.
Ooh.
How to love.
You figured it out.
Well,
You
That's
don't
an
have to go
important
see
lesson.
it now. Just read the book.
important lesson.
Yeah. Isn't that really what it's all about?
Yeah.
Shark love
Well,
each other.
Shark
Also,
love.
I do want that shirt.
It's all about
Shark love.
Oh,
Instead of one love, it's just shark love.
It's like two.
Shark
It's
love.
like two sharks, like I don't know, in a heart. You know what I'm saying? I think,
yeah, absolutely.
Sort of, yeah.
Oh, I love it
Yeah.
all. All
Yeah,
right, buy
let's
our
do it.
merch.
Yeah. Shark love.
Shark love.
Shark love, baby.
They're really important to the ecosystem.
We sell hacky sacks. Shark love.
Oh, okay. Last question. Sorry. So many shiny things. I was listening to Talk to Me, which is your new single. It's so good.
Thank you.
And it was so I'm like going down, like, okay, I'm thinking like about the digital age and dating, but then also just the digital age for music. Then I was talking to Becky Joe and I said, what can we think about digitally to add this to music? Great freaking question. What is the most catastrophic way you think kids in the future will listen to music?
Because you remember hit clips?
They're amazing.
Remember 30-second hit clips?
All you need
got
is that
at
hook.
the TJ Maxx?
Oh man.
You just
No,
need the
I don't
chorus
know
and
what
a
this
hook.
is. I
Oh,
don't
I'll
know what
find a
this
picture.
is.
Don't you worry, honey.
Yeah.
Hip clips?
I don't
Oh.
think so. I don't think I know what this is. I don't know. It seems like there'll just be a thing where you're like, you just wake up and you're like, I want to hear a song right now, and a song just starts playing in your brain. You know, I think that's what's gonna happen.
Well, that already happens to me.
This is
Yeah.
a hit clip. It's a very, very teeny tiny stereo that they gave you they gave you like little tiny, they look like what are those called? Like the oh no.
Boombox?
It's not a CD, it's not a cassette. It's the
Player?
eight no, it's not an 8-track, is it? No, it's not.
I don't know where you're
Record.
I don't know where you're going.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Nope.
But
And
They
they
would
just played
clip.
30 seconds of a song.
Yeah.
And people be like, oh my God, you hear that new Backstreet Boys song? No,
Oh.
neither did you. You did not hear all of it.
some of it,
I mean, jeez.
it was
We'll never
ridiculous.
know the joy of like waiting to listen on the radio to like for your favorite song to come on and like recording it with your little tape recorder thing. I don't know if you guys ever
Yes.
did that.
I
That
still
was the
have
best.
those. And I would
Yeah.
do the ones where like I would call in to the radio or like I would dedicate songs
Oh,
and
yeah.
those and like freak out when my name was on the radio. Great.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I met him.
Tune
Wow.
into the behind the scenes to find out what the fuck happened with Kim. Wow. No.
Were you in this documentary?
Kim's just in it like, hi.
I won this.
Oh no.
It's just, I wish I looked and I was like,
Oh,
I
that's
really
terrible.
hope that a picture
Yeah.
of me in Subway with Jared gets in there.
Oh my god.
I want,
Yeah.
but no.
I can't
But I
believe
did.
that.
I got a
Shit.
certificate, got to meet him, took a picture with him, and I got a Subway sandwich for free. All because
Yeah.
of the radio.
Wow. Thank you, radio. Thanks, Subway.
Thank you for that memory. 97.7.
We're not
Thank
thanking
you.
Jared though. Jared's a dick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Beyond.
No.
Yeah.
Also, I was excited for the sandwich. I'm a fat kid. I didn't want to meet.
Oh, this was pre-gluten intolerance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That mayonnaise, though.
Sandwich.
Mm.
Okay. No. No.
Different.
Have you ever been to a Subway that didn't douse your sandwich with sauce? Like your sandwich was drowning? Or like literally, like what?
Welcome to the Northeast.
Every time
baby.
it's just like,
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, I
That must
said
be the
6
training
inch.
process. Yeah. That must be in the training process.
like
Like,
what
listen
the? There's no way that I could go through like 9 gallons of mayonnaise a day. The way they just slather that shit on, it is irresponsible, Subway.
I took a bottle one time
What? How?
because they brought the big party one to my my class, and then they had all the condiments, and my friend were like,
Yeah, steal from the rich. Who
I
cares?
started young. Anyway. So many shiny things.
Yes.
I think now is a great time for 2 songs from Brian Wolff.
2
All
songs.
right.
I'm
All
so
right. Here we
excited.
go.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to play Talk to Me because we just mentioned it. And then another one called Be Better after that. They're both on a new EP that I just put out called The Golden Age. You can find that on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Here we go. This is Talk to Me. It's such wasted time swiping left and swiping right on people you could know. 'Cause anyone who's worth a damn be worth way more than a picture could ever show. You could find the right light, find the right angle, and never find your soul. And it can feel like a losing battle, and the spot is full of holes. This modern way of finding love just makes me feel so alone. And I can't be the only one sick of staring at my phone. So look up, talk to me, a better way to spend our energy. Just look up, talk to me. We don't have to float alone on the open sea. Don't know that I believe in the old time fable. Everyone has just one true love. All I know is you're across this table, and you're all I'm thinking of. So look up, talk to me, a better way to spend our energy. Just look up, talk to me. You don't have to float alone on the open sea. Ooh, 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 talk to me. Ooh, ooh, talk to me. It's such a waste of time swiping left and swiping right on people you could know. Whoa, oh, whoa, oh, oh, talk to me. Whoa, oh, whoa, oh, oh, talk to me. right, so got one more here. Just a second. We're going to tune this and make sure it sounds good. Cool. This one's called Be Better. I could sit around and think about kind of things I've lost. I can make a list and figure out the total cost. But I tell you, there's another day to feel brand new. I don't have to live inside the hell this year has put me through. Try to be a realist, keep an even keel. Try to be honest with the way I feel. I know if I just shove it down, it's always just bad news. Living on the edge of falling apart and blowing a fuse. Someday I'll be a better man. Someday I'll have a better plan. I know it's not too far away. Some days I get down and feel real down in it. I go there more often than I care to admit. Sing in memoriam, a life that I once knew. Monsters of our past will always be there, no matter what we do. Someday I'll be a better man. Someday I'll have a better plan. I know it's not too far away. Days and bad days, I guess that it's the same for everyone. Some days feel like victory, the next I'm thinking, what have I done? What have I done? Someday I'll be a better man. Someday I'll have a better plan. I know
Oh my God. God
So
bless.
good. So good.
I would like to remind everybody there's a running ticker at the bottom of the screen. Please visit that. We are back again with Brian Wolff. Thanks so much again for being a part of our show. Ooh, Jan Wolff Ray says, sounds great, Brian.
Awesome. That's my aunt. Hi.
Hi, Aunt Jan.
Hi, Aunt Jan.
You have an Aunt See, God bless everybody with Aunt Jans. Blessed be. I have an aunt. Do you have an aunt, Uncle Steven?
No, I have an Uncle Bob.
Do you have an Uncle Steve?
Bob's your uncle.
No, I don't.
Do you have an Uncle Bob?
Uncle
No.
Steve.
No.
That's what I call Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's true because you do have the weird Steve Austin cup. Oh, hi, Aunt Jan. Appreciate you. I was like, I have an Aunt Janet and an Uncle Steve, and I feel like a lot of people I meet are like, oh, I have an Aunt Janet and Uncle Steve. I'm like,
I mean, yeah.
It's very like late 60s name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not?
I love him. Jan.
God bless it be. Okay, so this is the category of the game we are playing this evening. It is I don't know if you're familiar with the TikTok trend of people trying to tell each other things that they think would send a Victorian child into a coma. Are you familiar with this?
No, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
If, for example, it would be like a video of Kim and I with a list of things that we think would send, because, you know, there's the whole trope of every Victorian movie you've ever watched. The kid, I don't know, gets asthma and then slips into a coma, and you're like, no, poor Timothy. And so people have been making exaggerated, ridiculous things.
So these are like improper things that are so offensive that the kids lose
like,
it.
I mean, like a hit clips would send a Victorian child into a coma. Like,
I
what the
see.
hell is that? Like
Yes,
that.
I see.
It's
Yes.
of the devil. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be kind of funny to do some sort of Austin musician based experiences that might send a Victorian child into the coma. So if you would let me know if you think yes or no on this.
Okay, I can do this.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Not necessarily Austin music based, but do you think
Austin.
the heat in Austin would send a Victorian child into a coma?
I mean, it's sending me into a coma right now, I think. So, yes.
We are all in an active coma.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We're having a citywide coma.
Yeah, I think it's making us all a little bit crazy, at least.
Oh,
And we can
100%.
blame the heat, at least, for that.
These kids, I'm just saying, as a camp theater teacher, these kids are feral because of this heat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They are. It's bad.
Yeah, did you see that HEB cake that they were making? I think it was in San Antonio. But they made a cake that said, sorry for what I said when it was 109 degrees.
Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah. I mean, like, I very much believe in global warming. So if we are already in the inevitable heat death of the universe, then Victorian children were living in a solid, crisp 68 degrees all the time.
Oh, it sounds great.
So nice.
It does. It does. It sounds great.
I mean, there was like polio and people threw their piss out of their windows, but like,
I still want to be a Victorian child because of the 60s.
Or a Vermont child, right? Isn't that kind of Vermont life, right?
It's very much
degrees?
yes. Yeah. Vermont, Victorian child.
oh yeah,
It's
that's
very
where they like throw you out in
Yeah.
the snow on your first birthday or something.
they do naked.
Vermontian child.
And then you have to
Yes.
find a moose and ride it back home.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about amplifiers and microphones? Would they send a Victorian child into a coma?
I mean, yeah, there's nothing like that back then. So, I mean, that would be wild, right? Just these kids are probably just going through life being ignored, and now suddenly they can be loud and yell and
Oh,
get everyone just absolute pure joy. I think that's what's going to happen. This kid's just going to find his voice or her voice.
Yeah, I mean,
or
like,
their voice.
well, I keep thinking about like in Sweeney Todd, like the little kid that's like pretending to be. Are you familiar with the show, Brian?
Sweeney Todd?
Mm-hmm.
Not super. I know what it is, but I've never seen it.
Well, there's this one character in it who's like essentially he's an orphan and he works for this charlatan who sells like hair growth product that doesn't work, obviously, because if it were a thing, then someone would be a billionaire by now, but it's just not. And he has this like ridiculous affectation he puts on to like sell all this shit. I feel like if he was up on stage and all of a sudden his voice was amplified behind him, it would just and he just like yeet himself into the crowd.
Yeah.
Why is that boy vibrating? I have no idea.
I mean, you could probably take over a whole town with one microphone, right? I think.
Oh my God, right?
All
that leaded paned glass just shattering.
This is God. And, just start telling them what you want and then just saying it's God. And then boom. I think you're good.
would you open with a song? I would open with a song.
He'd be like, he's not even playing a sitar.
See, that could send a kid into a coma if it's the right song. Like,
Right?
Or like you whip out a what are those instruments that are like pianos but also
Like the guitars?
guitar. You whip out a
Oh, yeah.
guitar, there's like, what in the hell?
That'd be a problem. Yeah.
That'd be
That'd be a
so
problem.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very
Just scare the hell
villain's
out of
head.
them.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. This was fun. Okay. What do you think a Victorian child would think about false rhymes in music?
False rhymes.
I mean, they made up, like Shakespeare literally made up a language so it would rhyme.
Yeah. I think it's cool.
But you think a Victorian child would be like, we literally made up the word thine just so we could rhyme, and they're out here just saying there? What the, like, I think they'd be mad.
I think it depends on if it's a cool Victorian child or one of the nerds.
One of them haunted ones.
One of them haunted ones.
When we're
I mean-
talking about Victorian children, that's all I'm picturing, by
Yeah.
the way. They're all in those white nightgowns.
They all look like
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. It's not
Um,
settling.
no, I think they'll be fine with these false rhymes. I don't know.
I just love
I think
for,
they
like,
would they would totally be okay with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a song with a false rhyme in it right now, and I'm like, there's literally millions of them, but I just imagine like some passive aggressive Victorian child be like,
I mean,
no, because like if they had like a fake accent, they'd be like, hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City? 1,000 miles away, but then pretty has like 4. They're like, this is not it. Just over. Okay, that's fair. That's just my own projection. Okay, I have
Actually,
2 more.
yeah.
I have 2 more. That's it.
okay.
What do you? How do you think a Victorian child would respond to releasing a single coming out soon that is the exact same name as an A24 horror film coming out?
Oh. Yeah. I no comment on that one. No, that was kind of crazy. I saw that movie come out. I'm like, come on, man. There's also like another single out right now called "Talk to Me."
Yeah,
That's just like, come on now.
yeah, I was thinking like,
Give me
you
my
know,
time.
There's
What?
probably a market for like looking, because A24 releases a new movie every 2 months. Like canonically, they release shit every couple of weeks, I feel. And if you were like up on their production list and like on their IMDb looking at pre-pro and looking at all that kind of shit, you could just like be like, okay, I'm gonna take Hereditary 2 as the next single name. Every time someone Googles "Talk to Me" or Hereditary.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's what I'm thinking too.
That's SEO, baby. That
If you-
SEO.
if your whole next album is just the next 12 A24 films, I'd be highly impressed.
Oh
Highly
yeah.
impressed.
I've heard worse ideas.
Yeah. Probably on this show.
Yeah, that's, you know what, having an esoteric yeah. Yeah, it's fair. Okay, here's the last one, and I hope this is the least shocking of all, but I feel like it will not be, because truthfully I do believe this is the one thing that would like end a Victorian child.
Okay.
As in your experience as an Austin musician, do you think talking to 2 absolutely unhinged wackadoodle women who make a living making people laugh for money and not dying, would that send a Victorian child into
Oh, absolutely. It's unheard of back in their
Yeah.
times. Yes.
Witches.
And this Zoom. What is this Zoom madness? What are you doing? This is witchcraft.
malarkey?
You're over there and I'm here and we're communicating on the internet.
I'd imagine it'd be like
Huh?
that episode of American Horror Story Coven when they wake Kathy Bates' character who plays the Lalaurie, who just like absolutely was an absolute terror of a human being.
Yeah.
And they wake her up and she's like, what's a car? And I was like, just throw her in front of the car. Just throw her in front of the car. Get rid of her. Get rid of her. She sucks. Get rid of her.
So I guess, if the Victorian children suck, just
Yeah, if they don't
Kim and I-
subscribe to the pod, eating them into the street.
we'll do it.
Yeah.
Or just, I don't know, sneeze on them and send them into a coma. I imagine like you explain to them what a spliff was, and they're like, oh, I'm like,
Oh yeah.
like, nah, you can't hang, Barnabas.
Barnabas.
You're not chilling around here, Theodore. Actually, no, that's not fair. I know
love
way
that
I know
name.
I know way too many Austin hipster parents who will come for me if I
I
go to
love
Theodore.
that name.
I don't, yeah, no, it's cute. It had multiple syllables and it sounded
No,
ancient.
I mean, it totally is though, for
Yeah.
sure.
Barnabas
You did
was
right.
better. I fucked up.
You had it. Barnabas was it.
Barnabas was it. We all peaked at Barnabas.
Yeah, we sure did. Yeah, Barnabas is in a coma anyways.
Oh yeah, poor
So.
Barnabas. Please.
That's it might be A24 movie.
Hey,
Barnabas is in a coma.
your next single.
There we go.
Coma coming up right now on CIMP. No, I'm just kidding. We are actually about to go into the last song before we cut this live stream and then continue to film a couple of little behind the scenes moments for the socials. So if you'd like to see those, go on to Facebook, Twitch. We have Instagram, Spotify. Literally, if you search comedians interviewing musicians, CIMP, or Music Firsthand, you will be able to find us. At both Kim and I socials are also lit up with the Music Firsthand stuff for Insta and whatever. So head on over to those to find out what we're up to. And please see the ticker below to see Brian. If you want to see any more, you're going to have to go to those socials. But we're going to do one more song and a quick closer. And that's it for this episode. Until we bring Brian back on, because we have a bloodlet contact. We have a contract that has to be at least 25,000 years in the making at this point.
Yeah. Like we would have to get you a car at some point.
Either that or two fitted on a goat to trade it for. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those two things. For sure.
Both very easy.
It'll be a very short matter of time before we bully you back onto the show. I'm very sure. Very sure. And of course,
it doesn't take much.
We keep joking about it, but it needs to be a live one. It has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. That'd be so much fun. Get our people out. That'd be great.
I royally decree by the ghost of Barnabas standing right behind Brian. Oh God.
She's wearing one of your hats.
Oh, what? Seriously, if one of those hats slips off of the wall. Oh,
I am a witch.
I'm the ghost hunter.
We're gonna do a duet. So stupid.
Duet was right there, Brian. Duet was right.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Well, it's not my fault.
I had
have
it.
to all the damn jokes for the talent on this show.
It's great.
Any whoozle. Actually, no, Brian, thank you so much. Here's the, we're going to give you your last song, and then we're going to come back and say goodbye to our Facebook and streamy friends, and then we'll be right back with our exclusive content. So here's your final stream song from Brian Wolff. Enjoy.
All right. This is called The Golden Age. That's the title track to the EP that just came out in July. Cheers. Here we go. You should have seen this town in the 90s. There was something magic in the air. These kids don't know how to party anymore, he said, from his raggedy old armchair. You should have seen the bands downtown. It was alive, man. I don't get out much anymore. It's not the same as it was back then. Nothing's ever the same as it once was. Nothing's ever the same as it once was. The golden age is in your mind. The golden age could be any time. If it was up to you, they'd still be putting out the same old movies year after year, and the songs would remain the same as they did the days that you've held dear. Well, maybe it was just you who was better in the good old days. Maybe you just knew how to live your life before you got so set in your ways. Nothing's ever the same as it once was. Nothing's ever the same as it once was. The golden age is in your mind. The golden age could be any time. The golden age is in your mind.
Well, blessed be. Look who came to join us for the end of the pod.
Well, hello.
Myrtle says Brian is my favorite, and she literally every single episode she always comes up and visits you.
We need to get her Brian Wolff t-shirt.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Brian
Those
Wolff
are available.
Oh my god.
Like
let's
you can't.
get
She's
her.
literally just sitting up here, but like people. She's like, I just yes. I'm also involved.
You have some questions?
Oh, that's fantastic.
She did her best. Oh, you're so cute, Jan. Bless you. It is the end of our streaming time, but before we do that, we'd like to give Brian the opportunity to let everybody know where to follow, where to support. When's your next show going to be? When can we hear the new single? What? Tell us everything about what you got going on, honey.
Yeah, so just put out this EP. It's on Spotify and everywhere else. It's called The Golden Age. Just look up my name, Brian Wolff, Wolff with 2 Fs, which I'm sure is on the screen somewhere here. But yeah, so another thing is the Driscoll is going to be starting up again in September. That was kind of off for a bit, but we're back on Mondays. And my band, Brian Wolff and the Howlers, will be playing at the Pitch most Wednesdays. And what do we have coming up? This weekend, we're going to be at Desert Door out in Dripping Springs, which I'm really excited about. I love that place. So I'm going to bring the full band action out there. It's going to be really fun. So, yeah, just come on out. We play a lot, so come find us.
So thank you again so much for being a part of our show.
Thank
Episode 223.
you. Wow.
What the hell? That's crazy town to me.
Yeah.
Every week I'm like, what do you mean it's episode 3055? What? No, thank you again so much. Thank you to our producer, Chris, for running this episode. Thanks to Aunt Jan for tuning in. I appreciate you commenting. Bless you, Aunt Jan.
We
Thanks
love
to everybody
Yeah.
listening. Thanks to our patron sponsors and subscribers. Again, if you need to know where to go subscribe, check the link in the bio. Go to either one of Ice Kim's social media accounts. We will be able to direct you to that. We are on everything. Also, we are also on Austin Music TV every Wednesday at 10 p.m. So if you want to catch reruns, we are on Austin Music TV again every Wednesday at 10 p.m. for reruns where Kim and I forgot to cuss or
Not cussing.
not cut.
Yeah.
Pray for us.
So count the bleep. Count the bleeps.
Count the bleeps.
Let us know.
No, it'll be fun. Actually, and we just are really grateful for Austin Music TV. There's a burglar at my house according to my dog. So we are going to sign off before my dog actually burns our house down. But thanks again to Brian. Thanks again to Chris and everybody who showed up. We'll see you again next week. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Mercy, no.
Yes.